So, ang discussion natin today will be focused around annuity. Annuity is the equal periodic payment. So, under siya ng compound interest, and kapag nag-loan tayo, yung monthly installment natin, yun ang annuity. Monthly na equal payments. Yun ang annuity. So, itong formula for annuity, di na natin siya i-derive, pero gagamitin natin siya sa isang problem. Then, for the rest of the problems, ang ating gagamitin ay Junsel's Econ Rule number 2. So, ang formula niya is to find the worth ng ating money, it is simply the annual payments, or rather, di siya annual, annuity natin, times the summation of ng ating factor raised to x. Kung sa previous problems, ang value ng x ay reference minus source, sa Junsel's Econ Rule number 2, or for annuity, ang x natin is as is siya mismo. X lang siya mismo. Ang magbago is yung ating upper limit and lower limit. So for the upper limit, siya ay reference minus start, kung saan nag-start yung annuity, and end is kung saan nagtapos yung annuity natin. Kasi take note, hindi siya infinite, kasi hindi naman siya perpetuity. So for annuity, meron siyang ending. So for the first problem, ang ating gagamitin is yung formula natin. So meron tayong service car na ang kanyang cash price ay 540,000. Ibig sabihin, yan yung kanyang present worth. Bakit siya present worth? Kasi ang presyo ng isang item is yung present worth niya. Habang tumatagal, kung sa perspective ng buyer, magababa na siyang presyo niya. Pero sa perspective ng seller, nung dealer ng sasakyan, tataas yan. Bakit? Kasi may interest nga. So anyway, ang sabi dito is ang kanyang down payment ay 162,000 and a monthly installment na 10,874.29 for 5 years. So what was the rate of interest if compounded monthly? So kung makikita natin dito, our money is compounded monthly. So, ibig sabihin ng ating M ay equal sa 12. Kasi, monthly, 12 times ang payment per year. Ilang years natin siya gagawin? For 5 years. Meaning, ang value ng ating N ay 12 times 5 is equal to 60. 60 payments ang ating gagawin. Kaya, 60 yung ating cash flow diagram. Tapos take note dito, meron tayong dalawang cash flow diagram. That is not always the case. Hindi yan ang case parate. Hindi ibig sabihin na meron tayong annuity and down payment na nangyari is dalawa talaga ang ating cash flow diagram. So ginawa na natin to para medyo mas visible yung situation natin. Pero for the next problems, ang down payment and annuity, ipagsasama lang naman natin yan into a single cash flow diagram. So okay. So, etong first cash flow diagram, pinakita nyo yung down payment natin. Then, for the second cash flow diagram, pinapakita nyo is yung annuity natin. Kapag sa problem, walang sinabi kung kailan binabayaran ang isang annuity, always assume na siya ay under ordinary annuity. Di ba mayroon tayong 3 types? Ordinary, deferred, and due. Pag ordinary, at the end of every month ang payment. Kapag due, at the beginning of the month, nagbabayad ka na. Pag deferred, merong space in time before ka magkaroon ng first payment. So, eto is under ordinary kasi walang sinabi sa problem. Ibig sabihin, at the end of the first month, saka pa lang tayo magbabayad ng annuity. At the end of the second month, saka tayo magbabayad. Ganun ang flow sa ordinary. So, take note that the cash price is 540,000. So, at the very beginning ng ating cash flow diagram, yun yung kanyang original worth, 540,000. Sugat natin, 540,000. So, para mabayaran mo yung 540,000, una, kailangan mo nung down payment mo, 162,000. And, para mabayaran mo pa yung kulang sa presyo niya, kailangan mo ng annuity. So the question is, what is the value ng ating annuity? Yun yung tiga-represent dito. Kumbaga, eto yung resultant natin. This is just the representation of the annuities combined into a single arrow. So, solve natin 540,000 minus 162,000, that is equal kay 378,000. Yan na yung ating present worth para kay annuity. Ngayon, take note na pinapanap dito is the rate of interest. So, ngayon, pwede na siya gamitin. Okay? We can use the formula na. So, the formula is P, or the present worth, is equal kay annuity times this factor. 1 plus I raised to n minus 1 all over 1 plus I raised to n times I. Okay? So, if ito ay future worth ang pinapanap sa problem, then we can simply change this into F is equal to A times this factor, copy natin, pero waga na nito. As in, I lang meron. Okay? Bakit paano naging ganito? So, take note that ang formula para sa future is, di ba, eto yan? Ayan yun. Pero since ang kailangan natin is the present worth, we simply divide both sides by this. Kaya nakuha yan. Okay? So, ito ang kailangan natin. Hindi ito. So, we can simply substitute na yung values. The present worth of the annuities. So, take note, pinag-uusapan natin ito is yung annuities. Kaya hindi kasama si down payment na 162,000. That's why sineparate natin yung P2. Kasi nga, ang nasa formula dito is annuity. Okay? Hindi kasama si down payment kasi hindi naman siya annuity na. So, simply solving this, ang ating annuity is 10,874.29 times the value of 1 plus I raised to n is 60, 5 times 12, di ba? Divided by 1 plus I raised to 60 times I. Then, pwede na to ito is 378,000. So, pwede na to i-shift solve. So, try natin. Pero, I think mabagal to. 378,000 over 10,874.29. So, lagay natin dito 1 plus x raised to 60 minus 1 divided by 1 plus x raised to 60 times x. Shift, solve. Tapos, since ang makuha natin dito is interest rate, mag-iit siyang number. So, assume tayong mag-iit na number. 0.01. Yan. So, lumabas naman siya. So, times 100, that is approximately 2%. Yung ating I, or interest rate, is 2%. Ang hiningi sa atin is hindi naman yung mismong interest lang, kundi yung rate of interest. So, hindi ko sure kung anong mabasa choices, baka pwede na itong gamitin na I. Pero if we got those choices, then definitely check for the value of nominal rate of interest, which is I times M. I'm. So, 2% times 12. So, yung ating nominal rate of interest will be 24%. Okay? So, yan kapag ginamit natin yung ating formula.